Welcome to another installment of Communicast, the stories of good people doing great things in our community. With me is Michelle O'Malley, who many people know here from Webster House. And we're welcoming today Tim Wade from M&T Bank. And Webster House is about to do their second annual Night of Giving. It's something I was involved in last year. It's an exciting program. A lot of locals know all about Webster House's history. And so, Tim, we want to welcome you to Manchester, New Hampshire. We know you've moved in recently. You're the region president for M&T Bank. And I really have just one question for you, and that's why support Webster House and this program?
Well, it's absolutely critical. Thank you for welcoming me back, because it is welcoming me back. I got my wife back in town. She grew up in Manchester, New Hampshire, but critical for us to support those in need. And this is certainly, Webster House is certainly a group that handles the very vulnerable and much in need children of our community, and we need to support them. I just went and toured Waypoint's new facility, helping the kids. Great facility, and I can't wait, Michelle, to see your facility in person. I've driven by it many, many times, so now I'm going to beg you for a tour to see what really happens in there. But M&T is all about being community-based. If we can lift our community up, then we'll rise with the tide, and all will do better. So that's what we're here to do. We're a very large bank, but we try to act like a smaller institution as when it comes to helping our communities and our local providers of care. And as you can see, Michelle, by the amount we put forth on this particular situation, we try to rank those in need, in those situations we really can help, and that would be this one.
That's what I like a lot. You know, I was excited to know that you were coming to join us, because one of the things that stands out to me about the bank is that you present and position yourselves as a community bank. And I have a long history of working with community banks and bankers, and the whole idea of building up a community. So my official title is Business Strategist Community Builder. It's what I've been doing for the last 10 years since I left corporate. And I focus exclusively in areas where I too feel that we can do something for the community we're in. And Michelle has an incredible history of climbing down or rappelling down buildings, building people up, and making just such a huge difference. So it's fun to have the three of us together. Michelle, tell us what you've got in mind. What are the plans?
Well, thank you so much again, Keith, for your support. You really are an incredible leader in the community, and I appreciate you showing your support to us. I've actually only been with the Webster House for just shy of 2 years. Prior to that, I was in fundraising, also with March of Dimes. But the difference with this mission is, we're brick and mortar. We have a home, a real home, and we also have these residents that live here. And even though I'm not from Manchester, I feel like this is home because, I work here every day in the home where these kids live. And we have incredible staff. They're all very, very well trained to provide role modeling and independent living skills for our residents. That's what they need. They might not have really good role models, or whatever their case may be. Every situation is very different, but that's our job while they're with us, to be their guardian and their role models. And my job personally is to bring in the money. I was hired to do development, to work with the board, and to write grants. And while we do receive money from the state, Tim, we only receive about 50% to cover what covers all of our expenses. So fundraising and grant writing is critical, and the revenue from this event is critical. And I'm so excited because we have $160,000 already committed. And last year we raised $175,000.
What's your goal this year?
My goal is, well, I have this fancy formula here. My personal goal is $222,250.
Wow.
But I've been saying 200,000. We're going to reach that, and I'm really proud of that. Because quite frankly, as you know, it costs money to run a home, run your own home, but we're raising a home, running a home for up to 20 kids and staff, and we have to keep the lights on, and we also have to provide them with independent living skills and do things with them.
And I think
And
that's
Keith, what's
so-
more important than taking care of our kids?
Right.
I mean, it starts there, especially those that have been sent down a path, not on their own choice,
Mhm.
but on the choice of someone else's, that put them in a disadvantageous situation, and hopefully we can bring them up by the bootstraps and help them out.
Yeah,
Can't think of any
absolutely.
better mission than that.
Thank you so much, Tim. I'm so happy to finally meet you in person and to feel your support and passion.
And I think the community aspect is what it all comes down to. We offer, Michelle's organization offers stability. When you look at what you do, Tim, what I'm doing, these are the things that recognize the good things that happen in our community. And these kids need a consistency. Michelle is fearless. She shows up with breakfast, I understand. And
I'll
she's
bring donuts. We have a cook. We have a chef Monday through Friday, but who doesn't want to have some fresh donuts from Dunkin' Donuts or Bearded Baker, our neighbor down the street? So, these are things we do like we would do for our own kids, because they deserve surprises too. And we do our best to make them feel comfortable and nurtured and loved.
Support. These are our future leaders potentially, or I just hate to say it, on the other end of the spectrum, they could be our future problems. So let's make them the future leaders, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
shape the path and give them an opportunity.
Absolutely.
Very good. Final comments. Tim, what can people do to help? As a community bank, you position yourselves very differently than the large commercial banks. And I think the fact that you pay attention to the greater details around you is important.
The way people can help is either through giving or through volunteering. M&T has a program where every single employee has 40 hours. All they got to do is say, this is what I'm going to do with these hours this week, put it in the time chart, and off they go. It's a great environment for giving and volunteering that we have, and it's a great opportunity to help the community revive itself and grow, and to Michelle, to your point, support, right?
That's such a great incentive that you provide. I actually heard a commercial on the radio this weekend about that, about the volunteer hours for M&T Bank. That's amazing. What a great way to support your community, but also your employees.
And Michelle, what else can the community do for you? We've got April 5th coming up for the Night of Giving.
Sure.
And around that, what else can community members do? What do you need right now?
Well, we are sold out, which is exciting. We're at the Manchester Country Club. We are sold out. But if people want to make a donation, either a financial donation or they want to see some of the needs of the home, you can go to websterhousenh.org and you can make a donation there. You can also see our wish list of things. We're always looking for activities for the kids. So gift cards to the movies. We take them to the movies every Friday night because that's something that, families might do. So every Friday they go to the movies. We like taking them, somewhere in the community. So bowling, whatever it may be, but there's lots of information on our website. So I would definitely send people there.
Great. Well, thank you both for joining me today. Very much appreciated, and appreciate all that you guys both do for the individuals in our community.
Thank you.
Take care now.
So much.
Thank you for the time.